Dude, this is how a child argues. Yo, he's so sick. He's like, listen, buddy, literal slaves are mining cobalt and they are dying when they do not have enough cobalt in the sack at the end of the day. How about you suck it the f up? I'm saying it. Another wordsmith.
A crazy funny story here.
Dude, yeah, from Werner Herzog to modern America's greatest invention, Patrick Bet-David.
The army. We go to this club. It was a drag queen club. It was a gay club, lesbians, all of that at this club, right? A couple of the guys at this club were very aggressive. I said, listen, guys, you're safe with me, but I love girls, so just if we can have that straight, we're good to go. Great. But they always ask us one question, and they got one of my friends. Hey, you ever been with men? No. Do you like men? He says, no, I like women. He says, how do you know? What do you mean? How do you know you don't like men if you've never been with men? I take one of my guys, and he says, but he's right. How would we know that? He had to go to find out for himself.
And I'm gay now.
A very technical question for you. I know you're a math guy, and this one may be a tough question for you. If you're uncomfortable answering this one, I'm totally okay.
Dude, what is happening here? I need to understand, why is Patrick Bet-David on this like auditorium wearing the most Persian tuxedo ever made? Okay, this alongside, across from Khabib Nurmagomedov. What is? I have so many questions. I need to understand what the fuck happened. How do we get here? And of course, he's asking the most important questions to a guy who gets hit in the head for a living, who is from a region of the world where you just kind of like are born and you start slapping rocks. Okay. And that's like what you're very good at, is just like hitting hard things with your hand until your hand resembles the rock itself.
Okay with that. In America, we have a few hundred genders. How many genders do you guys have in Russia? Just very... I know you're...
Yeah, Dagestan, famous for rock slapping and also checking the jet engine of a plane for whether or not there are Jewish people in the jet engine of the plane.
Math guy, that's why I'm asking. I think maybe there's a...
Like... Here is like, I see on...
It's so funny because like asking him about this take and being like, see, this guy agrees with me, should in every other circumstance make your argument look worse. Okay.
Only women and men. There is no between.
Got it.
Islamophobic is comment. Shut up, bitch. Racist and borderline Islamophobic. Shut up. I'm from the Muslim world. Okay. And the dudes from Dagestan, the dudes from Dagestan are very good at slapping rock. Okay. Shut the fuck up. Slapping rock and slapping bear. It's true.
Got it.
No between. Men, the kids.
You know,
this is like, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's like, first time in my life, couple weeks ago, and I was in California, I was like on coffee shop. It's like, I really want to go bathroom. It's like, can I go bathroom? Okay, they told me code, and I'm coming like.
I am white, and so is he, bro. What do you mean? He's white too. What the fuck? He's from Dagestan.
2 bedroom, all gender, all gender. It's like, what is this? Where I have to go?
Yeah, see, this is what I mean. This is what I mean, bro. Listen. This dude has like the maximum allowed amount of brain damage. Like, you're like, wow, look at this guy. He agrees with me. I love chatters being like, well, he's Muslim. Are you shitting on him because he's Muslim? He's like, no, man. He has the maximum amount of brain damage. That's what I'm laughing at. Like, Islam has nothing to do with the situation.
First time I said, like, I stopped, like, I stayed like 5 seconds there, like, where's woman, where's man? I locked the door. Anybody inside? It's like, okay. It's like, I don't know, but I grew up in in very traditional place, with very traditional family. I'm very happy with this. Like, I am from big mountains, and we have only 2 gender.
Well, listen.
Yeah, you know where else they have an all gender bathroom? Your house, dude.
That's in the mountains. But when you live in cities in America, there's like 40, 50 genders. Because here, math is like very important to them. So they kind of want to mess with it.
Like, I have to be careful.
You have to be careful here. You have to be careful here.
So if you like this clip and you want to
Dude, I love Patrick David. Fuck Ukraine. Candace Owens explains why America should not support Ukraine. What the fuck? Our president also got hit with the
Why
classic...
are more people gay now, or coming out as gay? So does the culture make them gay? No. What it does is it gives them permission. And it turns out that 21% would have been gay, bisexual, something along the spectrum, and they didn't have permission. Are you telling me that we had to have permission?
Dude, this is like, you're shaking me to my fucking core right now, okay? This is Jank and Bizarro Jank duking it out in the marketplace of ideas. I'm losing my mind right now, brother. This is crazy.
Before, you knew how it was when we grew up.
Stop, dude. Patrick David. Oh, God, I love him. Look, dude. How can I not love him? He reminds me of my uncle.
Not have permission.
Dude, stop.
Okay, they were
21% are finally coming out. No, it's also okay. So what religion are you? Were a Muslim. What are you now?
Atheist.
You're an atheist.
Yeah.
Who persuaded you to become an atheist?
Oh, he's doing it. Dude, Jank, don't do it. Oh, God. Oh, Jank, don't do it. He's leading you to a trap. He's going to kill you. Jank, don't do it. Uncle, no.
You didn't do it independently.
I'll tell you what persuaded me. I read the Quran and the Bible, and then I became an atheist.
You read those books, and did any influence of Hitchens? Did any influence of anybody else?
He's like, what? Are you telling me you only read the Quran and the Bible and you didn't listen to some guy's YouTube videos? What? How can you have come up? How can you have come to a conclusion on your own? Impossible. Oh, Jank, he dodged it. He dodged the trap card.
Any other books, nothing.
No, I just read the Quran and the Bible. And I was like, these are obviously not correct.
Those are not me. I'm going to go be an atheist. That was your way. Okay.
Yep.
How many people you think become Christians because somebody baptized them and persuaded them?
Oh, he doesn't care. He's back on it. He's back on it. Oh, he's back on it. He's like, I don't care. How many people do you think are persuaded then? Not you, but others.
Almost all of them.
Okay, same thing with gay. It's a religion. Being gay is a religion. Of course it is.
So
LGBTQ has become a religion.
This is so funny because like Jank didn't even like fall in the trap and he's just still went along with what he was going to say.
What are your thoughts on Jordan Peterson?
I think Jordan Peterson's a lunatic, and I think his perspective on women is just twisted. He might be good for helping wayward kids who don't know how to make their bed, but I think that a lot of his ideas are really incredibly toxic and bizarre. Frankly,
what is on women specifically?
Oh, I mean, just I'm not a Jordan Peterson-ophile, but I just remember the last thing that I had talked about that he had said was he was
the PBD parody is elite. Okay. Let me finish this
speculating
first.
That perhaps it was a detriment to women, not for men to have some form of ownership stake. I think he was talking just sort of like, broadly, like loose investment in relationship with them to protect them from rape. Both statistically, that's bizarre, but also the idea that like
I heard that Tim Heidecker does a PBD parody too now, which is cool. That means like it's just he's gotten the notice of the big leagues.
And it wasn't that long ago that women were chattel of their husband, let's say, in this country.
Oh my God. Why do you do this? She always gets right up in my shit, okay? Right underneath me. And then I move the chair back a little bit. And then her fucking tail, luckily her tail, the floofy parts of her tail get stuck under, not the actual tail bone. And she jumps up and then starts wagging her tail immediately. Like, hey, look at me. I'm here. I'm here, Dad. Remember me? Your daughter that you gave birth to? What? I don't think this showing that Khabib clip does well with much of the soft Zionists with decades of Islamophobic American brainwashing still lurking around type chatters that make up a significant portion of here. Yes, dude. Famously, my community is full of soft Zionists with Islamophobic American brainwashing even to this day. 5 months into Israel's genocide, where my audience has literally halved itself. Okay? That's a crazy fucking take. All the soft Zionists literally left, and we're like, Hasan is a terrorism dick rider. Okay? We went from 30,000 to 18,000. Why? How do you think that happened? I think all the fucking soft Zionists have left. Okay?
Or women were property. Rape wasn't even a crime against women. It was a crime against the owner of women. Wow. So, like, his stuff is completely ahistorical.
Why do you think?
Yeah, all the soft Zionists call me Hamas Piker or Hamas Abi now, which is very clever, actually. Thank you.
Such a massive following, and what do you think about his followers?
I mean, I don't know his followers. I don't know who they are. I imagine they're young people. But I mean, I think there's a bunch of reasons. I think that look, this is society is in a period of transition because people who have been marginalized for at least in the context of American society, have more of a voice, particularly through like social media and this and that. But also, I think like there's more of a voice in terms of like there's not as much hostility from law and this and that. It was only 2013 when there was marriage equality in this country, and I think there's also and I think that it makes it hard for some people to understand where they fit in. And I think there is a very strong message from fundamentalists in this country, religious fundamentalists, who are, white-knuckledly holding on to their system of the way that society and families and people should be organized, and their interpretation of gender and whatnot, because it's all perceived as a threat. And so I think within that milieu, and then I think there's other factors in terms of like money. There's money that sloshes around on the right that is helpful to things that push their ideology. So I think it's a combination of all those things.
Yeah, Sam is talking too much, and it's unfortunately kind of an L. I do not feel value-tained at all right now. Like, Patrick Bet-David thrives when it's just like him talking, and when he lets his guests talk instead. What?
There's 3 different types of people in the world. There's the oblivious, where, believe it or not, they live the happiest life. But they also ruin most of our lives, the oblivious. My dad told me the craziest thing. I'm 21 years old. I'm devouring books. We're sitting there at the kitchen. My uncle is sitting over there watching Kings of Comedy with D.L. Hughley. He loved Bernie Mac.
The greatest, man.
2-year-old, 2, 4, 6. Yeah. Lord, help me babysit these motherfuckers. This whole thing that he would say, put him again. The guy doesn't speak English. Albert doesn't speak English at all. And he's laughing. Tears are coming down his eyes, listening to Bernie Mac on repeat. I'm like, do you know what he just said? No, but it's funny, right? And my dad points, very monumental moment in my life. He says, look at Albert right there. He says, yeah. See this book? I said, yeah. The more of this you read, the less happy you'll be like him.
Brilliant. 1.9 million views, dude. He just said ignorance is bliss in 56 seconds and acted like his fucking dad invented that concept. How to get 1 million views. Film a video and call it streamer tries to work at construction. Then we'll see how the upper middle class behave in lower wage working environments. Bro, I'm going to keep it $150 with you. I think I've moved past the upper middle class at this point. Okay? Like, I feel like if I said that about myself, people would justifiably get mad at me, and they would have every right to do so.
People only see the final product of being an entrepreneur. The successes, the great cars, the Honda CR-Vs. What they don't see is the hardships, the long years of struggle, the rejection, the knocking on doors and being held at gunpoint. It's a journey. Let me explain.
This guy's unironically on that alpha male content grift now. He used to be a comedian, but now this is all of his content. Wait, do you mean Tim Heidecker? He's making fun of them. I don't know if you He means this YouTuber.
Stop explaining things.
Get out of my face, man.
Okay, but say something.
Cut it out,
Like,
okay?
actually explain
Can you
it
go
to
set
me.
up for the next Mafia interview? You were.
Oh, he was talking about this guy? I fully went to sleep listening to your stream, woke up in the morning, and am now in class. Your stream timing is insane. What else do I have here? I don't really have much else. Patrick Bet David on laziness. Dude, I can watch.
And this
Honestly, I can watch Patrick Bet David shorts all day.
guy
It's not even
commented,
a
I want to
joke.
give you a quick shout out here with the comment. Chef Nick Nero, he says, I work for UPS drivers and loaders. They kill themselves daily in the heat, humidity, cold, snow. The money is well earned. Well, Nick, I hate to say it to you, buddy. In the military, they literally kill themselves and they get paid nothing.
Zero.
So this idea.
What the he's saying, bro, what the dude, this is how a child argues. Yo, he's so sick. He's like, listen, buddy, okay? Literal slaves are mining cobalt and they are dying when they do not have enough cobalt in the sack at the end of the day. How about you suck it the fuck up?
Idea about you're working in the heat and you're killing yourself, it just means how soft everybody has gotten. Now, if they're going to pay you the money they're going to pay, the consumer is going to be taxed for it. So if we want to start paying this kind of money, ain't nobody, if you're going to say this, cops get killed, they should start getting paid $300,000 per year.
One, they do. Two, they don't get killed, but they do get paid that kind of money with overtime. And also, literally, straight the fuck up, being a UPS driver is, I suspect, a much more dangerous job than being a cop. Delivery drivers have one of the most dangerous jobs, statistically speaking.
Yep. Military guys go give you freedom, they should be getting paid $200,000.
Military guys go give you freedom. Yeah.
You're $150,000 a year. It's a ludicrous argument, but if you got your money, you got your money. I'm not sitting here telling you anything that you didn't get your money. All I'm saying to you is the consumers are getting the tax, not you.
That's awesome. What is this? Look up Ken Clark's take on Brexit and the rest of the Tories. No, man, you got some bad suggestions, Chatter.
Mr. Beast recently turned down a $1 billion offer for his YouTube channel. He said maybe if it was 10 or 20 billion, I'd even consider it. Do you think that he made a bad call?
Let's do some basic math. His most viewed video is 293 million views. That's the $456,000 Squid Game Super Bowl commercial. You do 30 seconds. What are you paying? $5.2 million. And Super Bowl gets roughly 100 million views. He's got total 17 billion views.
There's no way he's comparing live concurrent viewership or Nielsen TV ratings for the Super Bowl to a Mr. Beast video on demand. I'm losing my mind, brother.
17 billion views divided by 100 million. Because
This is the second time someone has said XQC type argument, okay? And I just realized you're right. He does make XQC type arguments, which is probably the reason why he's so popular. A lot of people probably look at that and go, that's brilliant. I never really thought about it like that.
because that's what Super Bowl claims. So that's 170 times $5 million. His one channel alone has generated a minimum of $850 million, and I'm calculating only one commercial. And then added to all the other channels that he has, I think he's right. $10 to $20 billion is the right number.
Yeah, famously, YouTube channels get paid at the same CPM, at the same CPMs as like a TV show does. I mean, famously, everybody knows.